next on the CCTV, we have another guest joining us. Who is it again?
Oh, it's a good friend of mine. We've got Lagonis joining us from Team 1. We're very, very fortunate that
if he's such a good friend, what's his real name?
Shit. I don't even know Dez's real name.
What?
It's Dezachu.
Wasn't gonna hire you or something.
It's just Dezachu.
Not anymore.
No, but we've got Lagonis on from Team 1, obviously.
Lorenzo Gomez Volpi.
There you go.
There you go. Got it.
I knew the Lorenzo bit, I just didn't know the rest. I didn't want to just throw
Lorenzo.
a first name around.
Well, you can do it. First name, yeah, we're good buddies.
Oh, I could have done it. I could have made
You messed it up. Okay, can we refilm it?
Well, what's his first name, huh? Do you know his?
No, I don't.
Oh, there you go. You're just Milosh.
To be fair,
Just all usernames.
the only two people at some point that called me by my real name were my mom and Kix, bless his soul. He was the only one who's been like, Gassan. It's like, whoa.
You know his name.
Yeah, so
I'll just make a note of that.
it's westernized way of saying it,
Write
but
it
yes.
down.
But
So
yeah, we've got Lagonis on. Obviously, a lot of changes to Team 1 recently. We're wanting to make the podcast more than just EU and everything. It's it's a global thing, so we're bringing everybody in. And Lagonis, I've interviewed a number of times. He's always got great insight. And here he is.
We got him.
It's,
We got him. Bom dia.
always gives us such a great insight, and there's been a lot of changes, so it was good to get a chance to talk to him.
Okay, well, want to talk about...
He's done the classic player wave of hang on, can't hear you. Hang on, wait.
No, I'm here.
There you go.
Hello, guys.
Welcome, Lagonis. Welcome to the first episode of the Prep Phase podcast. And first up, introduction to everybody out there that might not know what you do. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Lagonis. I play from Team 1 and we win the Mexico Major. So some people maybe know me and our organization because of that. And yeah, that's it. And I'm stream too, so I do some videos, some lives, and yeah, that's it.
Look at him, Mr. I have a charm in the game, Lagonis. Not too bad. Not too bad.
He's one of the most modest players that you'll meet. He's like, I stream a little bit, I've got a charm. It's not a big thing. It's
Yeah. Fair enough.
Won a
Well,
major, not big.
yeah,
That's
honestly.
fine.
Who hasn't won a major at this point? well, Lagonis, we're so pleased to have you with us here. And I want to ask you the elephant in the room, which is, look, Team 1 won the Mexico Major. It happened. You got the W. Big stuff. And then SI22 happens. Team is gutted. And yet still, despite the thoughts that a lot of viewers had globally, Team 1 still comes back and is fighting in the top 4 and representing LATAM and Brazil at the Charlotte Major. What does that mean to you?
That means probably for me like everything. I don't think that I gonna leave this again, like qualifying for the next major or maybe more in the future. But I was not expecting that like at all, because it was a new team. Like not only because it is a new team, because we have like young players and it's difficult, at least in the start of a team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to describe, but we really work a lot to get this spot. I'm so happy that we did it.
Lagonis, interestingly, and a lot of people might not know, but last year, the beginning January last year, Team 1 were put together as a brand new team. You, Alamau, Chubbs, then put the team together. You've gone through the same thing again, where you've had to start completely again. Chubbs has left and gone to 00 Nation. You've had a lot of changes. Has the process been the same or similar, or has it been very different this time?
It has been different, like since the start, because I was like this time I was like solo. I was like the only person to build the team, so it was only my opinion that mattered, and that's a little bit difficult because I don't have like anyone to talk about it, like to have other opinions, and that's it. So it was all on me and the staff of the Team 1, but they choose me and do what you can. But it's a little bit different like right now, because I think right now we need to invest more hours than the other Team 1 roster, because like we are a team from 0 and the players are younger, they don't have the experience. Like they have from the second division of the Brazilian leagues, 3 of them, and one from he's playing on Santos. There was a first, he was in the first division of the Brazilian league. So like we need to invest more hours right now, and there is more maps, so it's more difficult. Like having 9 maps in the map pool, you need to like practice more, and yeah, that's it. So that's why it is like completely different for me right now, like the experience and more maps in the map battle, so that's different.
How did you choose the players actually to get on the team? Because it is a big responsibility to do this sort of thing.
Yeah. So I choose the players, like the first thing that I have in my mind was to have young players, as you guys were saying, like that 18 players with a lot of skill. So that was my first mindset. And like having these young players, like they have a, I don't know if that's correct to say, but like a fresh mindset. They don't have some an already built mindset, you know. They are developing, they are like learning things. So I don't want players that have already own opinion or an already mindset did it already, you know. So I want new players because of that we can build a new mindset, that we can build something together from the zero, you know. So that's what I think in the start. And yeah, I think that at least in Brazil and the other regions are showing this too, that we have so many good players in the second divisions and challenger leagues, so they deserve a chance. And if they have the right shot, the right opportunity, they can show what they are capable of. So yep, that was the mindset when building the team.
Maya especially has had a really good performance, right? Like in terms of numbers, KD performance, the whole team's playing really well, but at least you've got a good entry in the front line. And you speak about these new younger players coming in. What are some of the risks on your side of that? Because we spoke about it, you heard us talking about it as well. A lot of teams will not take that risk. They'll only go to proven names and those that have shown what they can do. And here you said, okay, they've proven themselves in the tier below tier 1, but what's the kind of risk that you're trying to manage, the things that you're worried about with them that so far maybe you haven't seen, but you are staying mindful of as you develop these players?
Okay, so like the risks that I like thought in that time was like the thing that I said, the experience, because I have a little bit of experience, not that much to bring to the team. But
don't be humble. You've won a major. But don't be humble. You've done it.
No, yeah. No, I know, but like the only one person have the experience is not it's not like everything. It's like only one person, you know. It's not 2 or 3 people that brings the experience to all the team. It's different, like at least in my opinion, you know. So that was a risk, like the experience, but they are getting there. Like we are getting the results right now, and I think like bringing like young players, it's less risky than bringing like older players or players that played for a long time. Like I asked in the last question, because of the mindset, they are new. They are like they don't have something in mind that are the true of everything, you know. So that's the difference. Like they want to learn. They have that feeling to win. They want to win. So I think that's the difference, and why it is not a super big risk than like contracting a player that has an own mindset, that play a lot of other tournaments. So that's why for me it's not a super high risk, you know.
And at this point in time, Lagonis, do you feel like Team 1 now you've found your final form of, you know, is this everybody's happy in their role, or are there going to be maybe more changes, more adaptation?
Yeah, I think like everyone is happy in what they're doing in the team, but I think we can get much better, because like we have only, I don't know, 6 days of team, 2 months, so we need to improve a lot. We can improve, and yeah, but they are happy in the role that they're doing, playing support. Maya, like you said, playing the entry fragger, getting the kills. But we can improve, we can fix a little bit in defense, maybe. So let's see how it's gonna work. And
a big point that a lot of people are making, especially after Invitational, is what will this team look like and how will it fare without Alem4o? Obviously, Alem4o, a great player and all, but also infamous on social media, which is why people will talk about him so much. How do you see yourself now without Alem4o and seeing him thrive and also qualify to the major with G2?
Yeah, I think like the choice that he did to join G2, it's totally right. You know, it's probably the most famous organization in, at least inside the Rainbow Six scene, and like there were rumors since the other six invitation, the sixth invitation I think in 2021 in Paris, like people were saying that he was going to G2. We don't know when, but it happens at the end. So I'm happy for him, and I think it was a good choice. He's doing well already, and he's gonna get improved and get better and better. And don't have his on the team, it's sad because he's a very intelligent player. He communicates a lot too, so that helps me to call out and everything. But yeah, we needed to adapt, you know, and everything that I learned with him and with my old teammates, it's worth. It's like everything really matters to build this new squad right now. And yeah, that's it.
Speaking of new squads and being built, W7M, let's talk about LATAM and Copa Elite 6, the top four, and who made it to the major. Where did W7M come out of? Because for us, we're watching like, oh my god, this team came out of nowhere, won Brazil, made it number 2 in CES, and now they're set to maybe do a lot of damage at the Charlotte Major.
Yeah, so about W7M is the same thing of the 18 years old Gunners. Like they have Hopes and JV92. I don't know if you guys remember that player, but he's a new player too. And one thing that most people don't know, if I'm not wrong too, they were preparing for this tournament, this first stage in Brazil for 5 months. They don't play the 6 Invitational qualify to prepare for this split, you know. So most people don't know that. So they are preparing for this stage for a long time, and they are showing what they prepared. They are getting the results. That's the most important thing. And like, why W7M is so good right now? I think there is 2 points. One point inside the game is that they have a lot of diversity of strategies. You know, it's difficult to see they doing the same thing in like 2 rounds. It's all different, every time different. Other point inside the game is that they are playing much aggressive, much faster, you know, than the old squad that they have. So playing faster it's a good thing that they are doing right now. Another thing that no one can see, like only we think about it, and I know them because we lived everyone in the same city in Brazil. For those don't know, we lived in São Paulo, where the gaming houses are, and this thing outside the game is they are so close for each other. Like they're really friends, you know. And this I think that affects a lot inside the game. So they are living together, and no one knows that, but that makes a lot of difference for our squad in Team 1 and for W7M too. So that's why some points, in my opinion, that they are getting better and better right now.
How do you think, looking into the major itself, Lagonis, W7M, one question I would have for them would be their performance in best of 3. You know, because obviously they've, like you've said, they've put a lot of work in to get to this point, but are they ready? Do they have that deep map pool that they're going to need to play well in best of 3? Obviously they've lost to Liquid twice at Copa Elite 6. Is it maybe something they'll struggle with, do you think?
No, I don't think that they're gonna struggle in the best of 3. I think they have a good map pool right now. Like they lost to Liquid, but they show in the other matches that they can have a good best of 3 like map battle. And yeah, I think they have all the maps. Only Skyscraper they don't play it on the Brazilian stage, the first Brazilian stage. They like ban every single game. In the Copa Elite 6 they ban every single game, but in the final they needed to play because was the map battle. Liquid can pick the first map. Don't have like ban then pick. So they was forced, you know, they need to play Skyscraper, but they have all the maps, so I think they are ready for the best of 3s.
Okay, so depth of map pool could be a question, which honestly, it's something that we usually is a question that we raise about teams that are just getting into their big tournaments. We talked about Damwon Kia in the day. You know, we will say the same about W7M and Team 1. It's a big question. Do you think that Brazil has the depth of map pool that's needed to get back into it, or is it just Team Liquid, or is there more to it that we just can't see?
No, I think like Brazil has a lot of potential in the map pool and the new players too. Like these two combined are like probably some things that can bring success to Brazil again. And I think the only team that don't have like much maps right now, it's Fura, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong too. I'm just saying what I see from outside. But I think they are getting better and they gonna improve the map value, the map pool until the major. So yeah, I think Brazil has a lot of potential to this major.
Usually when we ask players ahead of a tournament, you know, what teams there are you worried about? Who don't you want to play? Who are you scared of? They'll go, we're not scared. We've got to play everyone. It's fine. It's whatever. We'll play them all at some point. Are there any teams that you look at around the world that not so much you're scared of, but that impress you and that you're looking forward to maybe playing against at the major?
Yeah, sure. I think, first of all, that we were talking about, it is Team Liquid. I think they are in the best shape that they have ever been. Like right now, you guys were talking about Resets and Ask, and you guys don't mention PSK. PSK is doing really well in Brazil right now. Like not only like statistics saying, but he's playing like he's winning a lot of clutch, not a lot of clutch, but getting that important kills of the round. So it's all the squad are really good right now. One thing that they did in this Copa Elite 6 that maybe only players like can feel in their skin, it is that like they are a team that not changed a lot. You know, when you guys probably cast, you see, Team Liquid is doing probably the same thing. But for this Copa Elite 6, like from the Brazil stage to this Copa Elite 6, they changed the defense, they did some new attacks. So these adaptability, these changes, like it is a good point, you know, to say here, and that's why I think they are really good right now. They are not so predictable right now. So that's a good point to show for you guys. And since
you're on it, I really want to ask you for this one, because you talk about predictability and teams playing their attack or whatever. We talked about attacker repick. How is that factored into Brazil's playstyle? Because we know that you're talking about 18-year-olds that are fragging. Like this is something that they could easily abuse. Yeah.
So I think the attacker repick like affects a little bit to make like pocket plays that we call in Brazil at least, like to do that plays to win one round. Maybe you don't need to drone the map, only see it's, I don't know, karaoke and tea room bomb site, and you just get the better operators and do that attack that you have planned before in the scrims. So that affects a lot, but as you guys did said too, there's a point like changing one operator. For in my case, I am a support player, so changing to Ace to Hibana to the right hard breacher operator, that's affect a lot. Like when I play, like getting the termite to get a better opening, you know. So that only one operator change can be like can make the difference to the round, you know. So it's not only that crazy strat that we seen. You know, it's only change one operators can change the round. So that's why I think the attack repicks really, it's a good change, not good change, but it affects a lot on the games. And other things that I can say, like together with this, it's the map pool that I said that now we have 9 maps. So that's why, like that's two things together. I think it's why we have so not favorite teams, you know. So many underdog teams in the top of the like first and second and third on the scoreboard, right? So I think that's why. That's at least my opinion.
We were talking about attacker repick a little bit earlier on as well, as you probably heard. Are there any maps in particular that you look at and think, attacker repick on that map super impactful versus others where maybe it's not that useful?
At least for me, like I think the attack repick like release effect, it is in Café for positive way, because you can make so many crazy attacks on Café, because like the bomb sites in Café, when you are attacking the bomb site, when you are outside the map, you are so close to the bomb site, you know, like the windows, I don't know how to say in English, but the sky,
the skyline,
the bar bomb site.
Yeah, on the
roof.
The
skyline. Yeah, the skyline is like it's together. It's next to the bomb site, so you can make so many crazy attacks, getting the attack repick. And a bad map to the attack repick, in my opinion, it is Clubhouse. You can do some crazy things, but you can't like do so many things like in Café. Like you can use some smokes and I don't know, Capital, Ing, Lion, but in Clubhouse you need to get the hard bricks, you need to open the walls, so you can't have just 5 crazy operators and do what you can do in Cafe.
I think one, it's not related to attack a repick, but it's just a bit of a fun question, Lagonis, that I wanted to ask is, at the major, are you hoping to go up against G2 and Alem4o? Is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah, that's something I would like to do. Like, he's a very, I don't know, he's a very unique person. Like, he's very energetic and he's a really hyped person. So in the stage, he brings that energy. So it would be nice to compete against him and all the G2 squad, because right now they have so many superstars players, and I know that they're gonna improve, and just a matter of time that it can getting better and better. So yeah, I hope so to play against G2 maybe in the playoffs, because we can't have them in the group stage because we got seed 4 and they got seed 4 too. So let's see in the quarterfinals if we get there.
I want to ask one really random question. It's completely unrelated to Siege, I think. What are all those medals behind you?
Yeah.
I know you play a lot of tennis, don't you, Lagonis? Is there anything for the tennis?
Yeah, it is. So in my whole life, I play a lot of sports before I get inside the games, the esports, right? I used to play a lot of sports, swimming, tennis, basketball, volleyball, and other sports. So my whole life was built with sports, the traditional sports, right? And I got hurt. I got injured for like 1 year and 3 months. So I can't play tennis. That was a sport that I was practicing that time. I was competing I played outside Brazil and inside Brazil tennis. So my dream was to become a professional tennis player, but I got injured. And in this period that I was injured, I started playing video games. So that's why I am here right now, you know.
Well, aren't we better for having you here, huh? Nice.
So the medals and the trophies are in the Mexico Major here.
Yeah,
nice.
It's about I saw that just casually there.
It's right
just,
here.
That's a Mexico Major shield.
Yeah, it is.
Not bad for a 20-year-old, you know.
So yeah, that was my dream when I was younger, to get a professional tennis player, but I couldn't do.
Yeah, professional esports player is also great.
And have you got your Loch Ness monster there, Lagonis?
Yeah. Here. There you go.
There you go.
There we have That was a gift from my mom, right? So because I don't know if people know, but my nickname Lagonis, it's something related to the Loch Ness monster. And yeah, that's it. So it is a long story.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
So there you go. All quips on Lagonis, Team 1, and the rest of Brazil from the Loch Ness Monster's mouth. I guess we got to hear it all from you. Thank you very much, Lagonis, for joining us. Anything to expect then? Final questions, surprises, in your opinion, at the Charlotte Major?
I think everyone needs to keep an eye on the. You are talking about the teams, right?
Yeah, in general.
My opinion about yeah, in general. But I think Heroic is a really good team. Especially Benja, because Benja is so a regular player, you know. I played with him a little bit in the FPL and other things, like when we went to Europe. And I watched a lot of VODs too from the European leagues, and he's always doing better and better. And the team, you know, the team is not built only with one guy. They have the squad. The squad's really good. So yeah, that's it. So it's a team we can keep an eye, and maybe we're gonna face each other in the group stage. Let's see.
That would actually be a game we'd be definitely down to watching and talking about. Lagonis, thank you so much again for joining us in the first episode of the Prep Phase podcast. Good luck at the Charlotte Major, and hopefully you'll have all the success you'd like to have at the event, with a lot of fans that will be there in person to watch the event. That's going to be massive, so good luck there.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Thanks for honest.
And that wraps up our On the CCTV interview segment, I guess, which is more official. Of course, we had Mr. Officer early on Esports News part to talk about his thoughts about all the regions and any specific teams that really show up in the segment on the CCTV of the Prep Phase podcast. We talk to an invitee. In this case, of course, we're coming up to the Charlotte Major. Want to talk to a region we don't always get to talk to and see what's happening from them. Lagonis, of course, great representative from the region, very humble in many ways, and as I'm told, a very good buddy of friend of the show.
Another friend of the show. Lagonis
got so many friends for its
officially
first
a friend of the show.
Honestly.
The thing with Lagonis is, and the reason that I was keen to ask him to come on, is you always get a really genuine input from him.
True.
He very much considers the questions, and he wants to give an in-depth answer. He never sort of tries to shy away from a question. He'll always give an answer. And he's, I think, more than probably maybe he realizes, he's so involved and he's so important in the Brazilian scene. He knows about everybody and everything that's going on, and he can always give a really good insight. He
was born in 2002. Can you believe?
No, he's a baby.
Terrifying, isn't it? It's terrifying.
Kills me.
And the thing is, like he said, he's competed internationally in tennis. He's competed internationally in sports, in tennis. He's then moved into competing internationally in esports. And like you say, he's just 20 and he's done all these things.
Mad.
Look at where we are. Oh boy. Talking about
I need a Zimmer frame already. It's not good. I don't know what this guy needs, but we're still going.
Well, I mean, I am the youngest.
I don't think we need to speculate.
I'm the youngest here on the desk.
I know, it's weird.
I'm a year younger than you. Can't believe it. What's your
Okay, you'll make Tim sad if you go on this now.
You're in
honestly,
late November.
I turned 30 on November 23rd.
There you go. I remember it was like a week after Jess's birthday, because unfortunately we couldn't. I know we're a bit salty about it.
I always just miss the major and that. My birthday's always just after, so others are like there. And I'm like,
my birthday is December 21st. Well, technically January 1st. So it sucks. You never get to celebrate.
Nope.
It sucks.
I got a friend who's on the 25th, and she demands a double birthday. Basically, I'm just like, honestly.
That's what I got. My missus is also on the 25th of December. Got to do the same thing.
Christmas babies. What can I say?
Yep. Well. Our last bit of the show, of our pilot episode, is the R6 cap, the recap. We talk about some of the things that have happened in the game.
I guess the 6 does look like an E in my head, actually. Yeah.
There you go. It's elite E, as we like to see. Could be a 3, a 6 divided by 2. That's a 3. That's 2 E's. The recap. Is there some yelling in the middle of it? I can't do that sort of voice, so I'm going to leave it.
Sounds like I'm going to be really upset about something, though.
I mean, usually. Though, one thing to be very happy about is that there was an AMA with the developers on the subreddit only a few days ago. So kudos to the TEF team for trying to be transparent with the community, answering their questions. And one of it, that at least one piece that really strikes me, because dev team, obviously, there's quite a few people that work on the project and have to go in a million different ways in Rainbow Six, but one of it is about the map ban system. And one thing that the dev team responded to was, this is a question from Bikini Body. Seen it. I don't know if you've heard of him. How players would rather ban Emerald Plains instead of giving it an honest chance. Any plans to kind of work on that in the future?
Yeah.
Dev team responded, good question. We have plans to change up the existing map ban system later this year. We'll be sharing more soon. But suffice to say, this new system will lead to a wider range of maps, seeing more active play in ranked. Sir Alexander that responds to it in the Dev AMA, of course, on the official Pro League or official subreddit. In this case, we're so used to the Pro League subreddit, but we want to hear from the Rainbow Six subreddit. The game cannot exist as just esports.
Yeah,
it is
absolutely
an entire existence altogether. And a great thing is new game mode that is, by the time even this comes out, is still available to play. I think up until the major and a bit at the end of it, which is Rengoku, which beyond
so much fun.
Beyond the Maestro skin that has had me crawling all over the floor, also is an incredibly fun game mode. In my opinion, the most fun I've had. Some people will argue, okay, Doctor's Curse was really good. I am a big fan of Rengoku.
I agree. It rockets up to the top for me. Does Rengoku? Not necessarily. The thing is, with too many events now, for me to say that was the best of all time, because I've enjoyed
Christmas event was really
Christmas
fun.
event was Snow Brawl.
Yeah,
was
you had
strats, call outs, got right into Snow Brawl. But there's been so many good ones, you know, and it's difficult now to just say that was the best. I think you enjoy them in different ways. Rengoku, the artistic style of it, I absolutely love. The skins, everything that goes with it is just top tier. But then the gameplay as well, it's been a lot of fun. I barely use my shotgun. I'm just running around with the kunai. I'm just like ready to throw all the time. Yeah. So much fun. So much fun.
Do you like anime? Are you into Naruto? Like kunais?
Not really.
No?
Interestingly, no.
French people love Naruto.
Oh, that doesn't
Or One
surprise me.
Piece.
It's weird because based on different like countries, you get different obsessions when it comes to anime.
Yeah.
Like Spain loves Dragon Ball Z, for example.
Middle
like
East
that.
love Dragon Ball because we watch like old anime. So like
Exactly.
things that came out in the 80s.
No, we can do a whole segment on anime. I'm sure.
I know.
One.
I know.
Very
We'll
willing
invite Jess on for that show.
for a guest
sure.
appearance. I haven't actually had a chance to play the game mode. Sadly, I haven't played games much in the last like week and a half or so.
True.
Weddings,
Travel.
work, and travel. I haven't had
I
time
get
to
it.
play it, sadly, but I have sat down and watched a few videos of it being played out, and it looks hilarious. Like,
It
genuinely.
It is. It's just. It's crazy. It's TDM. It's destruction. It's just.
It
domination
really
TDM.
throws me back to the old days of sitting there with like an Xbox controller and playing a certain game back in the day. It was a call to something. I can't remember exactly what to. But in one of those games, you could throw around tomahawks and you could bounce them off walls and you could hit some wicked little like trick shots. And I've been watching the videos and I'm like, the memories are coming back. I
Yep.
need to play it, and I will no doubt jump on it when we're back home later. But it looks wicked.
Speaking of new Emerald Plains, as I mentioned, has been added directly into the game. Now, I have personally not been able to play Emerald Plains. I do have a lot of close friends. Shout out to Han Solo out there. He shot first, but also is the moderator of like a bazillion different channels out there, who went in and played so much of it and talking to a lot of people about Emerald Plains. And it seems like, much like the developers said in their AMA, there is Bartlett inspiration.
Yeah.
But this is having an inspiration. It started out as a rework.
Yeah.
But over the year and a bit that everything was being reworked, it changed to something completely different. And it genuinely does play, from what I've seen, very differently.
You know what I love when a new map comes in and you jump into it for the first time and you just remember what it was like to start playing Siege for the first time.
Yeah.
When you have
True.
no idea where the soft walls are, no idea where the staircases are, what a call out is for that map. It's an absolute nightmare, and I've only played a couple of games of it. I normally jump into new maps with Sledge or with Buck and just tear the whole thing apart and just kind of look at, okay, what leads to where are the angles that you can see opening up here, and that gives you an idea of where teams might start looking for strats. I haven't done that yet. But the couple of games I've played, like, I like it. I kind of see like there's a lot of disagreement in the community. There's some that love it, some that aren't super fond of it as well. It's the same with any map though. People will always find something to complain about on a map. Some will find some things they love about it. It just changes all the time, right?
I think that's something as a community that we could maybe do a little bit better on, is when we talk about the map banning, you know, everybody,
give it time.
people get frustrated that it's not one of their 3 favourite maps that they're going to play. You know, ultimately, your 3 favourite maps are not going to be somebody else's 3 favourite map, you know, and
What's your 3 favourite maps, Tim?
my 3 favourite maps, Consulate, absolutely love playing
All
Consulate.
right, we're already in disagreement. Fantastic.
Honestly, absolutely love playing Consulate. I enjoy playing Clubhouse, and I like House as well.
You all right?
Not talking
No.
necessarily just ranked. I'm talking across.
I was talking about the rank pool, but all right.
House. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of nostalgia for House.
Sky Chalet Cafe are my favourite.
Sky's very good. Sky I do like as well.
I love me a bit of cafe. Theme park is high up
Okay.
for me.
It's getting there.
And
See-
I love me a bit of Clubhouse. It's the classico that
This proves the point. Theme Park is not a bad map. I'm going to say that now. I like it as a map. I struggle playing it because for some reason, I have the worst timing on that map. Every single, and I don't know how it can be consistently on a map, but every time I play it, I'm just 5 seconds behind the ebb and flow of the map.
That's
And
just called age, Tim.
it's age and being a terrible player. But it just seems to be Theme Park. It's like unique to Theme Park that I'm just 5 seconds behind the whole round every time. And I walk around the corner, poof, somebody's pre-firing me, somebody's already... And I just have a nightmare every time I play Theme Park.
To be fair, I don't know how it plays in ranked because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not played ranked since last time I played ranked. Maestro was brand new. I don't enjoy, and this is just a me thing. Like, it gives me a lot of anxiety
Yeah,
moments. And I know
ladder anxiety is massive in RTS games.
100%.
We know all about that.
As a StarCraft player in the day, yeah, I fully agree with you. Ladder anxiety is definitely something that I face. And when I play games, I want to have fun. I do get competitive, but
but low stakes ultimately.
Exactly, because I'm playing a game and I want to have fun.
Yeah.
And let's be fair, a majority of players are in the same way. Last time I played, I was plat. I know that I'm soloed. Like, okay, I know I'm a good player. I don't need the game to tell me that. But I want to also have fun with the low stakes.
To make you run for your money.
I mean,
him and the frag, mate. Frag's out.
Why not? I love playing a decent variety of operators. Like every few months, you have like a rotation of operators. Like these 3 I'm really into, and I'm kind of circling back into I want to play Buck all the time. Which is also
I love Buck.
Buck just does everything.
This is so much fun as Buck.
Back in the day with nades, maybe.
I was just gonna say with the nades as well, but even now, there is
can opener.
There is honestly, if you've never managed this, and I totally just to touch on what you're saying about rank there, Milosh. Obviously, there's so much of a focus on playing ranked, but I think it is important. You know, we've said about the more casual side of the community, the unranked players, the quick match players,
low key, unranked.
Whatever you enjoy,
hidden gem,
go for it. You know,
it's
whatever
so
you enjoy. I quite often will jump into those mods to play some of the other maps and things.
I love how
but I know that Des is like an absolute rank shill, and if he's playing, he wants it to mean something. The thing is, that's cool.
Where's fresh
diversity that we need? That's cool.
I want to know that when I win the game, I've beaten someone else that really wanted to win that game. I get so much satisfaction out of beating other people.
My thing, I look at it as I've beaten my old self. I've improved in some ways.
Des is out. Des is out.
You know, it's like when I go to the gym, and I work out, and I'm better than what I was that morning.
I go to the gym because I'm bigger than him.
That is impossible. That is absolutely impossible.
This is hilarious, right? He actually said to me, because I was saying to him about a month ago, I was like, my problem is motivation. My willpower's really low. He's like, you got to find something to set your goals on. You really got to commit to trying to beat something. I was like, right, Tim, you are my competition.
Basically, I walked myself into that one.
But you know what I like? We love a bit of competition.
Yeah, that's it. The thing is, it's exactly that. And the majority of people that are involved in esports probably do enjoy that competitive element as well.
I mean, when you've been around in esports, because obviously we interact a relatively decent amount with colleagues all around esports that work in many different games, many different genres of games as well that are very different than ours here, even in FPS. And a lot of people just, they'll play their main game and then just want to relax with something else because it is your job. And pro players also have a lot of that. Talk to Fabian, he'd be playing, Ranky, really hard focused or customs and all that. But then when he's off and he wants to relax, we'll play something completely different because it's part of it. You don't want to be burned out on the game that you love. And I know how much all of us here, players, talent, or whatever, love playing Siege and enjoying it. And I understand sometimes to be like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from the hard competition and play with friends.
Play a bit of unranked, play a bit of casual.
I've been told that Fabian plays Peppa Pig in his downtime.
Let's see.
Yeah.
My Barbie Adventure 2.
That as well, yeah. You
I don't know if that's a game.
The other day. It was, you were playing it the other day. I saw it on Steam. What?
Fair. Honestly, I do, and not to, this is Ubisoft on here, but like, Tim and I play a bit of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Hap played a lot of Valhalla.
Valhalla, I've literally, I got Mjolnir, I got Excalibur, I've played a lot.
I didn't play
of
the DLCs, but I did finish the...
I've not gone on to them yet, but I've got them sat there waiting to play. Valhalla was great, I really enjoyed
Odyssey,
it.
Excellent. Origins, excellent as well. I love me...
Black Flag I loved.
Cassandra is fantastic.
Anything to do with like pirates, count me in.
What?
Why?
You?
I don't know. I just love
when
the idea
will we have
of
a pirate operator?
Huh? A pirate operator? Well, we've got Blackbeard, but that's kind of like...
Oh, come on. That's just...
Yeah.
It's like
Pirate
he's just
got a pirate headgear, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Blackbeard's got a tricorner hat.
He does.
That's pirate headgear.
He does.
You're not really going to get... Can you imagine like a game based on like, military units from around the world, income to pirate? It's not really the setting for it.
I mean, from what I've seen teased around on Twitter over the past week, there is a pirate game on the horizon. Mateys.
Trust me, I'll be all over that.
You've been looking for the relax game for so long now.
That's not a relax game. I'm in there to sink fleets, Milosh. You don't understand.
Fair enough.
Serious business.
Well. It was a lot of fun to talk to you guys about so many things today. And of course, it has to end with a bit of rambling because let's be honest, we're humans and we enjoy so many different things.
It's like an EUR post show. It gets to the end of it and we're just like, right, all that energy we've saved and been serious with, let it all out.
Honestly, I think, from my point of view, I think it humanizes everybody to be like, especially when you talk to like coaches or players and everything, and they're like, hey, this is what I enjoy. This is how I am as a person. And I think that builds a very good rapport, as they say, rapport with viewers out there and makes them think, you know what? We really are similar in so many ways. But, you know, to wrap it all up, this is our Prep Phase podcast, the first episode, the pilot. So if you got any ideas, this is kind of the general gist that we have, but we're trying a lot of things. We want to bring something, you know, every couple of weeks, every other week, hopefully during stages especially, but even off stages where we talk, you know, pre-majors, pre-events, and also after them. So want to fill you in on all the details with community members, with players, pros, and talent as well to hear what they have to say from all over the world. We brought you already 2 players, a player and a coach today, and hopefully we'll get to talk to more in the future. All, of course, brought to you by Predator Gaming in our wonderful space here. See the reinforcements behind me, all the tricks that we have all over the studio. So very hopeful about all of it. Guys, you're, you know, friends of the show now. Derry Holt.
Friendship seal of approval. Let's go.
You know, honestly, if we had something where like guests would always show up in person, which, you know, that would be a dream. We would have part of the wall where people come in and sign on it.
I've got a fantastic idea that's completely come to me out of the blue.
Okay.
The people that are doing it like we are, the guests on one, should write a question for the next guest to answer.
That's a good idea.
About Siege. They don't know who's well, they'll know who's written it, but because they're both here, obviously. But write it down and have a question for them.
That's a good idea.
That's actually.
We can sort that out. We can sort that out.
You thought it was going to go dangerous, didn't you?
No.
I thought you were going to go like, no, stop there, Derry, don't talk.
Not at all.
Yeah, we can make that happen. We can message Murat and Lorenzo. We'll get that sorted.
Yeah.
I mean, since they were 2 guests, or, you know, even the guests that are on here, because, you know, it won't always be, you know, all 3 of us, but like, hey, what are questions that you guys would like to kind of put forward? I think the next time we'll be recording, the next episode will be after the Charlotte Major or the May Major, in so many ways, and kind of we're giving the Charlotte Major pet names at this point. But very excited for the Major, of course, happening in the next, we are today, the 3rd of May.
2 weeks, right?
So in less than 2 weeks, we'll be live for the Major, and I'm very excited to see what happens. There's going to be a lot of shakeup, new talent coming in, and we get the kind of debrief after all of that is done. Final thoughts, friends?
What a lot of fun. I love it. I think it's just a great opportunity to discuss anything and everything. I think it's, I really like it. And I love
on the cast,
I love the little bit of community inclusion. I always like to hear from them as well. And it's been a lot of fun.
Personally, it's very nice.
Yeah, we've had it here in the studio for the past 6 weeks. And we're like, wow.
We've been
great
like,
to
just
getting chopped and changed as it's gone along. Yeah, now it is what it is. It's nice. It's good.
Well, very happy to have gone through it. Thank you very much, friends, for being our first invitees on the show. Hopefully we'll have
anytime
the entire talent rotation going through it over the next few weeks and months, and hopefully more. That was the Prep Phase podcast for all the official Rainbow Six news and discussions. We'll be bringing more of this in the future. Good luck to everybody at the Charlotte Major, and until then, I've been Milosh. This is Dez and AceOfPyrite. And of course, big thank you to Murat and Lagonis that joined us today. Thank you to our sponsor, Predator Gaming, for making it all happen. And see you in Charlotte. Bye-bye.